Hi everyone, and welcome to another video of onboarding process. My name is Tia from DevOps Easy Learning, and today we'll be going through how to log in to a Linux server using SSH protocol, right? SSH is just a protocol that we use to kind of connect to a Linux operating system. Now, how can we achieve that? On Windows, basically, we have a built-in command line tool such as PowerShell and also PowerShell and also this CMD tool that we call a command prompt that we can use to connect without installing a third-party tool, right? Let us start with those two first. If you just go ahead here and type my CMD command, this is going to open. As you guys can see here, I have my PowerShell. And how can you connect? If you have your terminal open, you can use the SSH command and SSH, there's no space, please. And let's say you have a username. I have a server that I'm going to connect and I have an IP. Before you do so, you must have a server up and running and that can accept SSH connection, right? I'll type SSH and let's say they say, okay, my username is like maybe Tia on that server, and it gave me the IP address. And this is not the right way to connect to a server, basically using the IP address, right? But let's say the company that I'm working or I'm basically going through a training and they create my account on the server and they say, hey, go ahead and your username is called Tia, and this is the IP address of the server that you are going to use. This will be the syntax to connect, like SSH. You go ahead and put your username and add the IP. And if you hit enter, I'll go ahead and punch my password and it will go ahead and connect. As you can see right now, it is connecting to one of our servers that are basically launched in the cloud, right? This one is not the right way to do so. Why? Because can you remember all these numbers? The answer is no. If you want somebody to remember, make sure that you do this thing in terms of, like, you don't give digits to somebody to remember, right? Give something like a word to remember. If you just say, okay, use bankofamerica.com to connect, I know, right? And that is why we kind of translate this IP address into a domain name that we are going to use. And I'm going to connect it now. Let's say they want you to connect and they say, okay, still your username is still the same, and we basically point this IP address into a specific domain name that we can call server. I will say server one, server 4, and dot anomikatech.com, anomikatech.com. This one now, it is easy to remember instead of this weird numbers here, right? This is very easy to remember, and I can go ahead and hit enter. As you guys can see, let me hit enter. As you guys can see, it's going to prompt me for password. I'll go ahead and punch my very secure password. As you guys can see, it's giving me access to that server. And that is the proper way to do things, right? You use a fully qualified domain name to connect to a server instead of using the server public IP. Now, this was just a CMD command to connect. Let me go ahead and exit out of the server, and I'll go ahead and open another command line tool, which is PowerShell built-in. If you open PowerShell, you can use this also to connect without any issue. Let me go ahead and just record the command here, and I will copy it. And I'll go ahead and paste it here. As you guys can see, password, I can go ahead and connect, which means if you are working with if you're working with a Linux operating system, you don't really need to install a third-party tool, right? And sometimes if you want to be a little bit fancy, you can go ahead and install a third-party tool. And the one that I'm going to install here is what? Is Gig Bash. I have Gig Bash already installed. Please, if you don't know how to install Gig Bash, go ahead and check our playlist, and there's a video there that will explain how to install Gig Bash. I will just open Gig Bash, and this is how the Gig Bash terminal look like. And I'm going to copy, I'm going to copy this command here to connect. And when I copy that, let me maximize this, and I'm going to paste it here, and I can hit enter, and it's going to prompt me for my password, and I'm going to use this, right? And this is just a third-party tool. I basically zoom my screen so much. Let me exit. and I'm going to launch it one more time, and I'm gonna punch my password. As you guys can see here, I am getting in, right? This is really nice, and I like to use this Gig badge a lot myself to connect to a remote server. On Windows, we still have something called PuTTY that you can use, and also mobile extend, right? That's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, please let me know in the comment below, and also if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so that you'll be notified when we publish a new video. Thank you. Bye-bye.